feel like people just keep on, well, not people, Twitch just keeps on making their case worse and worse and worse. And it was already top heavy to begin with, so Kick being top heavy doesn't matter because it's the exact same thing.
We're going to talk about Kick today.
And if either platform goes down, I really don't give a fuck because I'm going to be on YouTube regardless. So I feel like long term just having like a burner, but it's basically going to be a burner account. Like a burner stream. I feel like Kick be better even because what was holding me up was the mobile app, but I don't get viewers anyway, so what does it matter? I might as well just go on Kick because that's what I would end up doing once they got a mobile app anyway. So I feel like the less sudden changes like this, I make the better. So I just go on Kick because I feel like once they got the mobile app, that's where I was going to end up anyway.
Kick today. If you haven't heard, Kick, brand new
I'm gonna see what this dude has to say though.
On the block. And of course, whenever there's a new streaming platform, everyone wants to say just as fast as they can, it's going to be the Twitch killer. It's going to kill Twitch. Kick has some great things going for it. We're going to talk about that as well. A couple things that
I was never going to say it's going to kill Twitch. YouTube is the only one that can kill Twitch.
To be totally honest with you, you know, there's pros, cons, and this in no way will be the next Mixer, right? Remember Mixer? It's not going to be the next Mixer, right? Oh my God, it could be the next Mixer. For about the last decade or so, Twitch has pretty much dominated the video game live streaming community. You've had a few people try to come in and take hold of that space. You had Microsoft come in with Mixer.
Wait, who took a video and why was that thing running on two legs?
You had Facebook Gaming try to do their thing and it never really...
Yo, I forgot this shit existed. I do be seeing people with FB on their tags or whatever it is, like every once in a while. Damn, I forgot.
Panned out super well. TikTok trying to get into the streaming space. You have YouTube Gaming that's gunning for that space as well. And nothing's really ever stuck. Everything's kind of fallen a tad bit short. So
Africa TV,
Kick,
okay.
This brand new streaming site that looks suspiciously like Twitch in a lot of ways. I mean, the UI is...
in every way.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like Twitch. Everybody is super excited about it. It's gaining momentum and traction. So what does Kick offer that the other contenders didn't? Well, there's a couple main things. Number one, it seems like Kick they're a little bit more lenient, let's just say, when it comes to content. So, you know, you getting banned for seemingly no reason is less likely to happen over on Kick. Way more lenient with the content. And this is probably the biggest thing that's giving Kick so much momentum right up front, the revenue side of it. The split is crazy. It's a 95-5 split on all
I thought it was 90.
To break that down, 95% of
I think
the
90
revenue
is
that
Patreon.
a creator generates through subscriptions, donations, whatever on the site goes to the creator, and the remaining 5% goes to Kick to help maintain servers and all of the infrastructure.
They could have done it 80% and people still would have went crazy over it. That's still more than YouTube.
50-50 split. 50% of the revenue going to the creator and the other half going to Twitch. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, there has to be a catch. And the answer is that, I mean, there isn't one. In theory, I guess. You do, in fact, get 95% of all the revenue that you bring to the platform. So I guess the question is, why aren't Twitch streamers just flocking over to Kick in droves and a mass exodus occurring over on Twitch? Why isn't that happening? Surely Twitch has to be just crapping themselves right now, right? To figure out the answer to that question, we've got to take a look at the streamers that did make the migration to Kick from Twitch. So let's take a look
guessing
at
he did
Aiden
that on
Ross
purpose.
And Trainwrecks, probably the two most...
Yeah, because like in the way you put this in the video and then put Aiden Ross. Yeah.
Notable creators to move over from Twitch to Kick. Aiden Ross, obviously, he's massive. Everyone knows him. Known for GTA 5 streams and for gambling. And he had amassed 7.2 million followers over on Twitch prior to him moving to Kick. It's massive. And then you've got Trainwrecks, 2.1 million followers over on Twitch. You probably know him for his gaming and gambling streams. Now, there's a word that I emphasized for both of these gentlemen, and you probably have picked up on it by now. It's gambling. They're both into gambling. They like gambling.
Indeed.
Gambling.
Word.
Gambling.
Shit.
Gambling. Gambling. They like to gamble. And boy, if you like to gamble, you're gonna love streaming on Kick. So by now, I'm sure you see the correlation here, right? It's gambling. And for a person like
how many
Aiden
times
Ross
is he
or
gonna do it?
Trainwrecks, who has a viewer with an average age of, I don't know, 15 or 16 years old, it's probably not the best content to be promoting to your audience. But I mean, I'll leave that up to them. Just my 2 cents. I mean, I know when I was 15 or 16, I couldn't wait to learn about the wild world of gambling from my favorite influencers, which at the time was the rock band Creed. Listen, I'm not proud to say it. So why leave Twitch, where you've already established yourself, in favor for a gamble that may not pan out? Gamble. Did you like that? Because they like gambling. Did you get it? All right, well, I'll stop. In Aiden's case, the move was a no-brainer.
Gamble like 50 times already. We ain't even halfway through the video.
I'm not gonna bore you with the nitty-gritty details, but Aiden has, you know, kind of a track record for doing some dumb things from time to time. Violating Twitch's TOS and getting banned for it. I mean, the dude eats bans like you and I eat breakfast. In total, he's been banned 7 times already, and the 8th one was likely the final and permanent straw. Aiden never actually specified why he was
permanent
banned.
is cap.
He was advised not to say why for some reason, but according to Aiden himself, it was for a quote-unquote dumb reason. I don't know what that means, but take it for what it is. And as for Trainwrecks, he actually decided to leave on his own accord. He said that Twitch had a bunch of inconsistent
He ain't leave. I thought I seen him streaming like last week. Doesn't he just go back and forth? Which is kind of weird to own a streaming platform and then still stream on Twitch, but hey man, ain't my business.
policies, things that he maybe didn't quite agree with, so he decided to leave the platform. He also wasn't a huge fan of how Twitch allegedly plays favorites with some creators. But perhaps the biggest reason why these guys decided to pack it up and hit the road is this. On September 20th of last year, Twitch announced a neat little update to their community guidelines that essentially perma-banned gambling off the platform. Slots, blackjack, roulette, dice, I mean, you name it. All of those, any and all gambling games will now get you hit with a ban hammer from Twitch, which is sad because those are all my favorite gambling games. Damn it, Twitch. This not only angered Aiden and Trainwrecks, but it also pissed off the people over at Stake.com. Stake.com is a really well-known gambling site. They were sponsoring a lot of these creators on Twitch to help promote Stake.com. Stake has been making, in my estimation, hundreds of millions of dollars each month off of Twitch. Now, how do I know this? I mean, you don't have to take it from me. Trainwrecks himself said he was paid $360 million for 16 months worth of gambling streams on Twitch.
360 million? That boy over there making brawn money.
That's like $23 million a month that this guy was making on gambling streams on Twitch, and he is far from the only one.
I didn't know
that's
it was
getting
that
paid
much.
to do that. Now, if Stake can afford to be paying streamers that much money to promote their site, to play, I don't know, slots for a couple times every month, you can only imagine how much profit they're raking in. So Stake saw the gambling ban that Twitch imposed, and they said, you know what? If you can't beat them, join them. So that's exactly what they did. They went ahead and they launched Kick.com. And let me tell you, things went downhill pretty fast, and it was because of none other than Mr. Aiden Ross himself. Now, I don't want to be rude, but Aiden is, he's about as sharp as a bowling ball. I'm gonna say it. But, when he moved over to Kick, things went a little bit crazy, and their PR team had their work cut out for them.
What does a fascist mean? It means you are a far-right authorization
Said authorization.
Ultra analyst, political ideology movement characterized by dictator leadership, centralized autocracy, militarism.
What's messing me up? He's messing up reading, and then the caption is messed up too. Like, this is a whole mess.
So,
I see why he spelled it like that now. I get you.
Fascism is. I don't know what the that is. What is an example of a fascist? Yo! All right, bro. See what I'm saying, chat? Like, this is why I don't y'all, bro.
Oh, I forgot. The guy also has a pretty big raging hard-on for our boy Andrew Tate. And I'm not exaggerating here. In fact, here's a clip of him.
Here's the stupid part about going in on Aiden. He's not the only dumb motherfucker on the internet, bro. There's plenty more on Twitch right now. He's just the biggest one, like numbers-wise. Any other dumbass people that are like Aiden.
A chess match. It has nothing to do with the actual story.
I mean, that girl got banned for getting smashed on stream. Like,
to suffer too, goddammit. Anyway,
We've
the way
been
that
through
Aiden ruined Kick's
a lot of
reputation
people
is
like
pretty
that.
straightforward. He just behaved as usual. First of all, he showed actual porn on stream, and when you figure that
Prawn.
the
Why are you
majority
saying
of
the
his
whole
viewers
word?
are
Dang.
probably underage, you know, it doesn't look too great to be doing that. You know what I mean? He also streamed the Super Bowl. It's something that could not only get you banned, it could get you and the entire platform sued by the freaking NFL. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't mess with the NFL when it comes to broadcast rights. Everybody knows that. You broadcast as much as 5 seconds of a football game, they're gonna break down your door and beat the ever-loving out of you. You just don't mess with the NFL. Anyone else? You don't mess with the FBI, the IRS, or the NFL. Leave them alone.
I don't know how you put the
despite
NFL
all
with
that,
them
it didn't
two, but
stop
alright.
Kick from signing a massive deal with Aiden. In fact, Aiden said himself that it's the biggest streaming deal of all time, whatever that means. Shortly after his Twitch ban, he went live on Kick and he explained the entire fiasco. And it got out of hand really fast. And I mean really fast. But enough about old Aiden. Let's talk about the real maestro behind the entire thing. The big name, the guy behind it all, Trainwrecks. After months of speculation about Trainwrecks and his desire to maybe start his own streaming platform, he ended up signing with Kick. He announced that he would join Kick in an advisory role and that he would start streaming there. The real
If it's just gonna
problem
be,
here, though, is
I don't
that he
like
never
Aiden,
actually
I don't
told
like
anybody
Trainwrecks
that
in
the
this video,
streaming
then
platform was
I might
owned
cut it
by
off. We'll see.
Stake, you know, the gambling site. So he elected to kind of ignore this very important
Turn my
nugget of
headphones down, though.
information, and he leaned more on pitching how, you know, it's way more friendly for creators when it comes to revenue and the types of content you can stream. He made sure to highlight all those things, but never let people know that the site itself was owned by this massive online gambling company. It's kind of important. And I'll tell you why in a minute here. As a matter of fact, he was called out by the main man himself, CoffeeZilla. And that guy, he can sniff out red flags. Some say even better than Aiden Ross can sniff chairs. But to be fair, unlike Aiden, Trainwrecks, he's got a pretty high IQ. He's a smart guy. And so he's done a couple things that I think are really good, especially with Kick. He's called out a lot of view botting that's been happening on the gambling streams and stuff like that. I believe he wants to see the platform do well. But then again, it could be that he's just worried about his reputation since he was one of Kick's biggest endorsers at the very beginning. All right, now that all the main characters are developed in this story, let's talk about the real elephant in the room. And that would be Stake. You know, the gambling website. It goes without saying that handling a streaming platform that is butting heads with the likes of Twitch, who is owned by Amazon, by the way, in case you didn't know, it can be pretty expensive. The fact that Kick doesn't even have ads fully implemented yet is kind of worrisome, especially with all of these big payouts that they're paying their creators. It's such a massive split. So you have to ask yourself, how are they going to get the money to keep this thing running? And the answer, ladies and gentlemen, is gambling. In fact, let's take a trip over to kick.com right now. Let's see what the most popular category is. Oh, it's slots and casino. Gambling. So yeah, I mean, you stream gambling.
Oh my
you go
God,
to the
he's
front
gonna
of the
get his
line,
point
no
across
questions asked,
in
and
50
your
different
stream
ways,
gets shoved down
no
everybody's
matter
throats.
what.
It's great. As for the people that want to stream literally anything else, I mean, tough break, I guess. So therein lies.
I mean, that's the exact same as Twitch, though. If you're not top 1%, you're basically fucked. You gotta have an audience somewhere else and bring them to Twitch. We've known this since 2017. Like, this is nothing new.
Kick has been promoted to death as a gaming live streaming site, but that's not what it is it? I mean, unless you want to count crypto gambling as.
I don't know. He's trying to make it like seem like it's so much worse than Twitch. It's not. They're both just ass platforms. I just want to use one of them to stream music reactions. That's really it.
At the very worst, it's an honest to God lie. At the best, it's just a big identity crisis, and Kick needs to figure out what the hell they're trying to do with the platform. Kick also has a certain amount of apathy toward its own policies, you know, with Aiden Ross's behavior kind of going unchecked, especially with streaming stuff like an NFL game. It just seems like this is not the best precedent to set for the platform. Not to mention that they could get sued by not only the NFL, but hell, Twitch themselves. I mean, let's take a look at the sites side by side. These look a lot alike.
Oh shit, my
but
fault.
hell, Twitch
I forgot.
themselves. I mean, let's take a look at the
hotkeys
sites
is the
side
same
by
as
side. These look a lot alike. Twitch has a lot of lawyers. Amazon's lawyered up, baby. You know, if
they
they
definitely
think
are.
Kick is a real substantial threat, I could see them trying to say, hey, you know, the UI looks exactly.
You see him just stream on Twitch. Nah, because fuck both those platforms, to be honest. Neither of them are worth anything because they're both just top heavy as hell. And then they're gonna, he's talking about you can't, people are like doing or Aiden doing dumb stuff on Kick. I'm like, he would do the same stupid shit on Twitch. They're both inconsistent. They're both shitty platforms. So if I'm gonna stream on Kick, like in the long run, I might as well just go there now and not make it a switch later. Then it's just gonna be like people that were there on Twitch with me. Then it's like most of them wouldn't go over to Kick because, you know, moving people off of Twitch is already hard enough.
I'm actually really curious to know what you guys
I just
think
don't
about this. Let me know
believe
in
in
the
like
comments.
trying
Do you
to
think that
make
Kick
it
is
seem
gonna
like
be around
one
to
or the other
stay?
is better.
Is it an actual
It's just like kind of
competitor
pick
for
one
Twitch long
for your
term?
reasons.
It's just really interesting to me that, you know, it seems to be being promoted to gullible
At the end of the day,
teenagers. Seems to be like,
he's going to say the same thing. End of the day, neither of them have discoverability, and that's all that matters for people that aren't like top 5%. So, which is weird why you didn't say that, because I'm like, if you're talking about a streaming site, vast majority of the people that would like want to move to a new platform are people that don't have an audience. But yeah, he was just focused on Aiden. I'm like, people ignored Aiden on Twitch, they'll ignore him on Kick. It's the same thing over and over. Same thing how there's people annoying on TikTok or IG or whatever. You're gonna ignore the people you don't wanna watch.